What's up, guys?
Thanks for being here.
No, of course.
We'll go ahead and start with a question from Darnell.
Yeah, Alex, how often do you think about that Gonzaga game from last year, and how often do you find that motivating you in some way?
Um, I don't think about it too much anymore. It's a new season. I'm trying to focus on this year's team and what we have ahead of us. Each new game. Definitely last year was a phenomenal game. We were very, very excited to have won it. It was a great accomplishment, but yeah, we're just so focused on this year and this team, and just trying to get better every day. And I think that there's a lot of energy swirling around here in our practice today, and I know it's going to be there tomorrow. And then we'll have a rest day on Sunday and go over scout and just be as prepared as we can for Monday, and try to attack this game with as much energy as we can, and play as best basketball as we can right now.
Okay, let's go with Jeff and Mitch and Sean.
Alex, what lessons did you learn from that first game up there in Spokane last month that can maybe help you coming up on Monday?
Well, Gonzaga's they're number one in the country for a reason. They got a lot of talented guys. We obviously know that. We felt that during the game. There's a lot of things on the defensive side of the ball that we needed to clean up, scout personnel-wise, but also just our mentality, not losing focus on what we're coming in here to do in this game. And I think if we can just execute our offense and then knowing personnel on the defensive end, it's going to be a really good game.
Alex, what was maybe yours and your teammates' reaction when you found out this game, another matchup against the Zags, was getting moved up sooner than expected?
Oh, we were all hyped. We're all excited. We tell each other every day, and the energy in our gym just speaks true to it, that we want to play the best competition. We have a high belief in ourselves and our potential, our ceiling that we can get to, and we just want to go test that. We want to go have challenges, and that's playing the best teams that we can.
Alex, he introduced you just now to us, and I want to ask you about Gideon George. I know you're a basketball junkie, so you're going to slip basketball into your response here. But just what is he like, just personally in the locker room, kind of personality-wise? Can you give us a little bit of a hint into who he is? Because he seems like a really fascinating kid, but also somebody who has a lot of layers, like an onion in him to us. So just what is he like kind of behind closed doors?
I would say first and foremost, he's got the biggest heart probably of anyone I've met. Just he cares about everyone that he's around, and he's just so caring, joyful. I don't think he's ever had a bad day. Always smiling, always laughing, whatever the challenge may be, or whatever situation he's put in. He just finds the joy in it, and he's I love to call him my teammate, but I also love to call him my friend. He's a guy that I can count on, and I want him to feel that same way about me. He's just a great person to be around, and he's a very high character guy.
All right, let's go with Norma and then Darnell.
Hey, Alex. So obviously there's a multitude of reasons as to why Gonzaga is the top-ranked team, but what's, in your opinion, one of their most dangerous traits?
They share the ball really well. For being as talented as they are, when you have a team that shares the ball that well and pushes it like they do in transition, it's hard to play against a team like that. And that's why we're trying to be as focused as we can on our scout, knowing personnel, so that we can do the best job we can coming up in Monday. And no, definitely. The way they share the ball.
Alex, I asked Gideon what got into him last night, and he said it was his teammates. He talked about you guys being on the road trip, San Diego getting canceled, and then in practice he's telling you guys, you can't guard me. What kind of interaction did you have with your teammates during that time when the game was canceled? and how do you end up motivating each other that way?
I mean, clearly when a game gets canceled, we not having a 30-plus regular season this year, game season, and it's hard. Every game counts. Every game is, we're just hoping that we get a play that both teams test negative. But definitely, it was a bad feeling knowing that we had scouted for this team twice already and aren't able to play them again. But just the way that these guys handled it, I think as a whole, our team just does the best job that we can. Maybe we don't have a game today. We're not going to be able to play them, but we're going to get better today. And so we had a pretty hard practice. And, yeah, Gideon was unstoppable in that practice. We had a 10-minute scrimmage at the end, and he was just, scoring at will, grabbing rebounds, making assists, getting steals, kind of like what he did against Portland. And it was just so fun because, there were games that he's played really well in, played a lot of minutes in, and there's games that he hasn't played a lot of minutes in. And just for him to keep the mindset that he does day in and day out, just attacking every day for what it is, bringing his all to the table, giving 100% effort and being the best teammate that he can on any given day. I really think that's why he's continuing to have his success and why he had such a great game against Portland is because just the attitude that he has, the way he attacks every day. And it was definitely a fun feeling to see him kick our butts in practice, but an even better feeling to see him kick Portland's butts in the game.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, kind of continuing this theme with Gideon, how have you, from the time you met him and from the time he came to campus, how would you describe maybe his development and how he's kind of improved and got used to playing with you guys and just adjusted to all the new things that are at BYU? How would you kind of describe that whole process for him from your vantage point?
I would say that he's extremely talented, very gifted. I think that his hard work has just played a huge factor into him progressing throughout this season. I also think that his IQ has grown so much just because he's always working, always asking the coaches if he can watch film or, asking the guys, whether it's me, BA, Matt, Rich, just what he can do to get better on the floor, kind of what we're looking for on the offensive end, and then just the way he communicates and has been working on his communication on the defensive end. It's just been phenomenal. It's been fun to watch, and I think the sky's the limit for him. He's extremely talented, but just the growth that he's had in such a short amount of time is just phenomenal, and I think it's only going to just continue to grow.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, Alex, anyone that we spoke to on your team is given glowing reviews about your leadership this year. I'm curious, how have you enjoyed that role of being a leader on this team in your senior season with, about a month to go, and then some change left in your senior season?
I've enjoyed every second of it, Not saying every day has been easy. There's been some hard days. But there's also been, phenomenal days, great days, and it's just a fun environment to be in, and I'm extremely blessed and grateful that my coaches and teammates trusted me to be the leader of this team, and I'm pouring my heart out to this team and this program, and I'm going to leave it out all out on the table, so I've definitely enjoyed every second of it.
All right, I think that's it for today. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, guys. Let's go get a win on Monday.